Hi, my name is Zach. I've been a Christian my whole life. Grew up with Christian parents and Christian relatives. Um, so when we were younger, me and my sisters, we would always do devotionals with my parents every night before we went to bed. And I remember one night it was about heaven and hell. And I remember after reading that with my parents, I got afraid and like I was telling them like I don't want to go to hell. So my parents led me to the prayer that night, and then as years went on, I was just since that was my basis of being a Christian was being afraid of going to hell and not wanting to go there. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about being Christ-like. I just didn't want to. I just wanted to make it get to heaven, and I was good with that. But growing up, I just started to realize more and more that it's more about knowing God's heart and following, being like Christ to others. Um, like when I was in the worship on a worship team with my youth group, one night we were playing worship and doing the altar call. This is when I was younger, when I was like seventh grade, I think. I was playing, and then all in the middle of the song, I started weeping and just sat down and just started crying because I realized, that's when it hit me when I realized that I was afraid to go to hell and not really loving the Father, um, and not wanting to be more like the Father and knowing His heart. So that night I kind of like recommitted my life. Um, so I was back in seventh grade, and then I grew up. When I grew up, got out of high school and stuff, I was just kind of really confused about what to do with my life. Um, and like learning more as you mature, you learn more things. So things started to like mess with my head, and just like I don't understand some things, or I learned different things that I didn't learn in church. And I started to like wrestle with some things and with like theology wise. And I remember one night I was just praying, and it hit me that God spoke to me saying like it's just you just need to know my heart. Um, Everything else will follow. Just strive to know my heart, and then everything else will follow. Like I don't need to be right or wrong about things. I just need to be like David, a man after God's own heart. So that's my desire as a Christian. That's what I think it means to be a Christian for me, is to be Christ-like and to strive after God's own heart and to love others.